Are you considering purchasing an Oculus Quest 2 VR headset and wonder if it's right for you or for someone else as a gift? The answer to that question is coming up. Hello and welcome. Today we're going to discuss the pros and cons of the Oculus Quest 2. Going to take a brief look at the game experience, and finally, I'll give you my suggestions on whether you should buy an Oculus Quest 2. I spent a week with the Oculus Quest 2, and I'm going to share my impressions with you and my buying advice. But first, a question. Are you considering purchasing an Oculus Quest 2 for yourself, for someone else maybe, for the holidays? Comment below if you're looking to buy an Oculus Quest 2 or a Rift S or any of the other headsets from the other manufacturers, and tell me what will most affect your buying decision. Next, let's discuss the pros and cons of the Oculus Quest 2 VR headset. Untethered wireless experience. The wireless experience of the Quest 2 is awesome. The degree of freedom and immersion the wireless provides is unmatched by tethered options. Movement is unhindered, and there are no worries of a cord catching or tugging on you while you're playing. The ability to go tethered and play more AAA type titles as a Rift device is also a great feature. Pricing and performance. The base model of Quest 2 is a 64GB version that retails for $299 US. There is also a 256GB model that retails for $399 US. Other than the additional storage, the two headset models are identical. Each eye enjoys a resolution of 1832 by 1920 pixels at 70 Hz refresh rate, with a 90 Hz refresh rate coming soon. The headset is an Android device based on the Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 platform. Can be used as a Rift. As noted before, the Quest 2 can be used as a full Rift headset when plugged into a PC with sufficient hardware. There is a USB-C to USB-C cable required to make the connection, and this can be bought third-party or directly through Oculus as the Oculus Link cable. I use the Oculus Link cable and it works fantastic. Spatial determination and hand tracking. This headset excels at tracking the controllers, and therefore your hands, in space. The headset is also capable of tracking your hands without the controllers and has the ability to determine each finger so that I could touch each fingertip to my thumb easily. Unfortunately, this feature is not widely supported in the available games at the moment. Easy Guardian setup. The Oculus Guardian system is easy to set up and easy to use. You simply draw the boundary of your play area on the floor, and the system sets up your play area automatically. You have a blue line on the floor while playing to remind you of your boundaries. The unit can also be set up with a Guardian boundary for a sitting position. Automatic pass-through. A sub-feature of the Guardian system is visual pass-through. If the headset is moved out of the Guardian boundary area, the headset will pass through the actual video of the room until you re-enter the Guardian area. This is nice if you have to talk to someone or if you want to check your physical orientation in the room. This can all be done without removing the headset. Great sound without speaker pods. The sound from the headset is very good considering there are no actual speaker pods to be placed in-ear like there were with the original Rift. Sound is clear and has plenty of volume. There is also a standard 3.5mm jack on the headset to use corded headphones if you desire. Now, let's discuss cross-play and cross-buy. Cross-play is a feature where headsets from different manufacturers such as Oculus or HTC or Valve can play in the same game, interact with each other just like if they were on the same type of headset. This works in some games, but not all. Cross-buy is a feature specific to Oculus where you can buy a game either on the Oculus Quest store or on the Oculus Rift store, and you'll get it without paying for it on the other store. So this is a nice feature where you pay for a game once and you get to use it on both platforms. How about going down and clicking the subscribe button and clicking the bell? Let me know that I'm doing a good job and to make sure you get all the notifications for my future videos. Now we're going to discuss the Oculus Quest 2 cons, and I have one that I would call a major con, although it is maybe more of a con to some people than others. But the battery life is only 2 hours when you're using it wirelessly, and the recharge time is probably about half that at about an hour. So you can use the headset when it's plugged in either through USB-C to a wall, or if you're plugged in with a USB-C cable such as the Oculus Link cable to your PC, but you will still be tethered until the headset recharges. Now I have two other cons that I would call more wishes than actual cons. Things that I like to see in future versions of the headset. The first one is that the headset is still somewhat heavier than I'd like. If you use the headset for extended periods, especially if you're using it as a Rift headset with the Oculus Link to your PC, you will I noticed some tiredness in my neck when I'm done playing. This is something that obviously is going to vary between, from person to person. There is an optional headset that you can buy, or actually a headset strap that you can buy that attaches to the headset, and it is a more robust strap. It's actually more rigid than what the headset strap is that comes with the unit, and this may alleviate that problem somewhat, but I haven't tried it, so I can't say for sure. The other thing that has a wish for me is that it'd be nice if the resolution of the screens in each eyepiece was better. It's definitely much more improved compared to my original Rift, but it's still something that I'd like to see with a higher resolution. You especially notice it in bright scenes or also when you're watching movies on the Oculus Quest. Having said that, at the price point, the resolution is really good, and this is, like I said, a wish that it's something I'd like to see improved in the future. Okay, I do have one other minor con that I'm going to mention. This is definitely somewhat nitpicky, but it is something I noticed while I was using the headset, so I thought I'd mention it. If you look at the Oculus headset, over on this side of the headset is the power button. Underneath the headset right here is a two-way switch that adjusts the volume coming out of the headset when you're playing. I did notice that when you're putting the headset on or off, or you're adjusting it on your face, that there was many times where I would bump this switch, sometimes multiple times, and then I'd put the headset back on, or I'd get back to playing, and I noticed that the sound was either not there or was really low. And then I quickly realized that it was due to this, and I would kind of trained myself eventually to make sure that this was, at the right volume before I started playing. But it was something that was kind of weird at first, so I thought I'd mention it just so you're aware of it. So at the end of the video, we're going to discuss who should and shouldn't buy an Oculus Quest 2. But I know what you're thinking. The pros and cons, they're nice. But what about the games? Well, let's discuss that now. Hello and welcome to Laser Tag. This is a shoot 'em up laser tag version that is in a game called Rec Room. This is a free game that comes with Oculus Quest 2 and is available on most of the VR platforms now. As you can see, there is other players in the game. There's also robots that you can shoot, and also there is some monitors that hang, kind of scary looking monitors that hang from the ceiling, which you'll see here in a little bit. Currently, my son's playing the game here in this video, and he is on the blue team, and he is fighting the red team. Oh, he just got shot. Oh, and he got taken out by Fresh Clover. So now you can see this guy came over, gave him a high five, so he's back in the game. That way he doesn't have to wait to respawn. And he's still going. Oh, there's a red player that got KO'd. Come back out. He's trying to take out one of those robots over there. Oops, come around to the back. There's one of those hanging angry monitors I told you about. Fighting with another human player. See what can come about here. And he took out another monitor. Hiding around the corner. Oh, he got taken out inside there by another person. Is he going to get him? Let's see where he ends up here. He's going over there, going over there. And he was taken out by Fresh Clover. Alright, so here we go in a favorite game of many people. This is Minecraft VR. And you can see when you jump into the game, you start in a 2D version looking at the game. You pop into 3D space here in VR. And away he goes. Here he's going into his menu settings to show you a little bit of the VR settings that are available. He's looking to change his movement from a 90-degree snap movement to a more free-floating movement called Classic. As soon as he finds his setting here. I think it's up near the top there, Jason, a little bit. There you go. This is my son playing in the video here, by the way. Okay, he's out of the menu and moving on. So he's into town. Looks like he's going to go grab himself some carrots here. And around to the other side. You can see that the game looks about as much as you would expect from normal Minecraft, but obviously in the game it's much more immersive. Everything seems much larger than it does normally. Here he's going to take down a tree. You'll see when he's cutting a tree and he starts looking around how different the viewpoint is, and how he can kind of move around, look around his head, that you really won't be able to do with Minecraft, either on the PC or on the console. He's going to get his last piece up in the tree here. There you can see how he can move the block around in 3D space, which is pretty cool. Going to get his last couple pieces of the tree here. Maybe. There he goes. Okay, got his piece, and he is moving on. And that is Minecraft VR on the Quest 2. Okay, so here's the third and final game we're going to look at for the short game review for this video. This is his room inside of the Rec Room game, and he's going to open up the Test Parkour game, which is a rock climbing sort of game, but kind of on steroids. So we'll see here when he gets into the game. And here he goes. So up the wall you can see reaching basically with both hands. You got to get yourself a nice grab on the block. Oh, there you fell down. You can see you got to make sure you got a good handhold before you move on. Here he's moving across the ceiling, trying to get a good feel. This really is pretty neat to play in person, because you really do got to stretch your arms out. Here he's trying to get that block and trying to figure out his hand placement to get there, and not quite getting it. See, looks going to change out his hand placement here. Yep, taking a different path and running himself across the ceiling here. So this is a really cool game to play. So you look down there, he's kind of hanging. Now you jump down. He's going to continue on. You'll see up after he gets up to this part up here that it gets a little more interesting. So here he's got to turn around, jump across this hole. Got there, going up the wall. Another turn around, another jump. Oh, and he missed. Oh, back down to the lower platform. And back up he goes. And that is the third game. That is, they call it Parkour. Basically, it's, like I said, rock climbing on steroids. So who should buy this headset? I would say that anybody who's interested in experiencing VR should definitely look into buying one of these headsets. They're really amazing. It's a really satisfying experience, and something that you can only really experience for yourself. It's very hard for someone to tell you what it's like without you actually experiencing it. But I do highly recommend that you try it. Quest 2 would also be great for a teenager for a holiday season. It's a very social experience. There's lots of people to interact with and lots of ways to interact with different people on the platform. And it also has a great variety of games, so it'll keep people busy for a long time. So who shouldn't buy this headset? Anyone who has significant motion sickness probably should test a headset out before they go and buy one. I would say that if you avoid theme park rides because they give you motion sickness, you definitely want to try out a headset before you buy one. You can go out to a store and try out the headsets, at least once the pandemic is gone. Or you can find a friend who already owns one and they can let you try it. And you can see if the motion sickness is something that you notice when you're using the headset. The headset does give a feeling in some situations, some games, similar to what you would get on a theme park ride. So if you do have any kind of motion sickness, I would definitely suggest that you try a headset out, give it a good run to make sure that you don't have problems with it as far as your motion sickness. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and click the bell. Also, leave me comments to let me know if this video helped you make any buying decisions for your VR headset, and also let me know what headset you plan on buying. If you're going to take the plunge and buy a VR headset, I would greatly appreciate if you would use my Amazon affiliate links that are down in the description. See you next video.